Hello, this is going to be on Impact Wrestling, formerly known as TNA Wrestling. Um, I first heard about this company when I was 16, when I just turned 16 in 2006, and I just happened to have heard of it on the internet. And I remember going to Walmart one day and I was looking at the different DVDs for WWE's pay per views and what they had. And I saw a DVD of TNA Wrestling, and I still haven't been able to get over that title of that company. It's really not a good title for a company. Of course, they're trying to get into I don't know what kind of advertisement for that, but it's totally false advertisement to call it TNA Wrestling, if you know what I'm saying. Um, but the company is a really good alternative to WWE's wrestling. Gives you something to watch, but it's such a horrible title for a company, but I think it helped it stay alive in its beginning years. But now that it's grown and evolved, and it has like fan base of at least a million people around America, they finally changed the name to Impact Wrestling. So that's a real good turn of events for the company because the whole TNA thing, it was just a real bad title. And of course, I'll verify. TNA Wrestling stands for Total Nonstop Action. TNA, Total Nonstop Action. That's the whole meaning of that company. Anyways, I bought that DVD that I've seen. It was a Bound for Glory pay per view of 2005 or 2000. I believe 2005, like August 2005. And I watched it, and it was unlike I had ever seen before of wrestling. It was so different from WCW, WWE, ECW, you name it. It was just something else, and I really enjoyed it. I saw Justin Liger in it, and they brought him in from Japan. I even saw like Tito Ortiz special refereeing. So they pulled out a lot of good cards on this pay per view, and I really enjoyed it. They even showed the Monsters Ball match, which for me at the time, I'm not into hardcore matches, but nowadays I look back on that match and that was a really good match. You know, um, they had a lot of really good matches. But after I had bought that DVD, I had never watched anything else on Impact Wrestling. Probably a year went by until Impact Wrestling got onto Spike. When they got a deal onto Spike TV, I saw it a couple of times. I tried watching it, but couldn't really get into it. It was kind of boring. Not a really. That's the downfall to Impact Wrestling. So I didn't watch Impact for a very long time and still wasn't into it until recently, this past year, until about last summer of 2011. Because I got cable and happened to have some time on my hands to watch it, and turned out to be pretty okay. Sting was doing the Joker gimmick. I saw Hulk Hogan was on it. A bunch of really great wrestlers that I like were on the show. So I gave it another chance, but it was just way too much talking. The matches were way too short, and it was just terrible. And this was under Vince Russo's creative control. So when I had heard that Vince Russo got out of, I don't know if he got fired or he quit. I think I heard he got fired because of Bruce Pritchard came into the company and took control of creative and the bookings over in Impact Wrestling. So that was back in like December, and finally the show got good. I was able to watch at least halfway through an episode of 2 hours of Impact Wrestling. Um, so after that, it was okay, and now ever since last summer, which was when they're starting to capitalize on Bobby Roode and James Storm, which they used to be a tag team, which is like the most epic tag team ever, probably in the last 15 years, the best tag team. Um, those two guys split, and Bobby Roode turned on James Storm. So now Bobby Roode is heel, and James Storm is face. And finally, that show's gotten a lot more entertaining. Um, Yeah, it's just a lot better. It's a lot better show since the past few months. Um, Sadly, Scott Steiner got fired, or he quit. Actually, no, he quit because he got tired of it. He got tired of working for Bruce Pritchard. He got tired of Eric Bischoff. He got tired of Hogan. He got tired of a lot of things in that company, which a lot of people do. But it's still the company. You gotta remember, it's only in its first 10 years of being run, so it's still got a lot of growing pains for it as an entertainment business. Unlike WWE, which has been around for, that company was around before Vince Jr. His dad owned it and had it going on in New York. So that company's a lot more mature compared to Impact Wrestling. If you ask me, Impact Wrestling is doing pretty good, considering it's just a 10-year company that's in sports entertainment, and they've got a pretty good fan base, and they're still growing. If you ask me anything, I would say on Impact Wrestling is that they need to have, of course, like they've been doing for the past couple of months, having more wrestling matches and longer wrestling matches and less promos. Especially promos by guys like Ric Flair. Anybody that's over 40 on Impact Wrestling, they don't need to be doing promos. And anybody that's young in the company, they should be doing promos because they're the guys who help build this company and helped this company get to 2010. Now, when Hulk Hogan came in and Eric Bischoff and Ric Flair came in, they helped the company just a tiny bit because they've got some fan base. But it's mainly about the young stars that are under 35 years old because those guys really helped build that company. And for a while there, it just seemed like they were just putting the camera all on the old guys. In other words, immortals. And the whole immortal thing sucked. But right now, the Impact's really good because they're capitalizing on a lot of the younger guys and they're helping the younger guys get over. And the show has actually gotten bigger because they've taken it onto the road. They just recently finished a tour in England, which was a huge hit. Um, I think they even did a bit of a tour in India, which went by okay, considering that when WWE toured through India. Um, so yeah, the company's doing pretty good. I like watching Impact Wrestling. This last week was a really great episode. I look forward to hearing about what's going to go on at Sacrifice. And that's about it.